Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. These are mods for Tuesday, the 20th of December. I've had a bit of a game setting this up. You'll understand why in a little while. We've got some updates today. The map Western Australia by Farmer Bob has had an update. That doesn't say if it needs a new save game or not. La Coronea by ER Shabba has had an update. That does say at the bottom, where are we? Changes will only be noticeable in new games, and the map Ebony Island by Cavalier Roy has had an update, and that says that is old save game compatible. The modernised flour mill by AW Modding ABP team has also had an update. We're going to start then with the poll trailer. This is by GamerDesigns, 9.07 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. It's a poll trailer. It does extend. I've got it on the shortest setting at the moment. I can only see when I put tension straps on or off, one at the front. Possibly because this extends and retracts. So it will lock the logs down at this end. So this does say it goes from... Actually, it doesn't say it goes from. It says it is adjustable to be able to haul 30-metre logs all the way to full-length trees. So I guess, yeah, I mean, the distance between there and there, I wouldn't say it's 30 metres, but it's long logs. You're not going to get short ones on here because they're going to fall through the gaps. I know it's obvious. I'm just stating a fact. You'll find this under forestry equipment. 22,000 to buy. We can have decals on it. So yes or no. Main colour, anything on that palette. Rim colour, white, black or chrome, and license plate option 2. Let's start this up. On PlayStation controller, L1, and it says raise front loader arm. If we do that, we get our extension right out to full length. There's no trailer hitch on the back of this, so you can't hook other trailers behind it when you go. But it is, the whole point of the pole trailer is it's designed for full trees, long lengths. It's not designed for your shorter sort of 4, 6, 8 metre lengths. That's the point. L1, and back again, and down we go. Now a lot of these pole trailers actually fold right up. I mean, it depends what design you go for, but they fold up, so this whole back section folds up on top of the front section, so for transport it makes it a much smaller package, but I mean that's fairly small anyway. The pole trailer by GamerDesigns. Next, you'll see why this has been a little bit tricky, and why I'm not on my usual test map. I'm on FS22. We've got transfer stations, so this is the transfer stations pack, and this is by LSMT FalPos. It's 3.65 megabytes download. The slot accounts are 7, 8 and 6 respectively. You'll see in a moment, we'll see them in the build mode. There are 3. We've got a small one. Well, actually we've got... Oh, actually, I'll read them in the correct order. We've got the train transfer station, the small transfer station and the large transfer station. We're going to build mode. They're under silos. These have a 10.5 million litre capacity? Yeah, 10.5 million litre capacity. So as a silo in their own right, they're pretty good. The first one is a small transfer station for 20 grand, the large transfer station for 50 grand, and the train transfer station for 20 grand. So like I said, slot counts on these 7, 8 and 6. So the small transfer station, which is this one here. Hang on. No, it's this one here. This will, you can put into the silo from a vehicle and you can load onto a train or another vehicle. So if you put it like this, you can basically just use it as a silo, in and out. But you can, if you've got a map where you can buy the train tracks or get close enough to the train tracks, you can place this so you can put into a train. So this will work from a vehicle to a train, from a vehicle to another vehicle. You can't take out of it with a train because it's only got the pipe to go into a train. So this one is for that. This one is the train transfer one. This goes the other way. This one will go from a train, so you can dump from the train through the grill. You can see where you've got the bits for the tracks. And then you can load into a vehicle to drive away. But you can't go the other way with this one. So you can't go from a road vehicle to a train. This is train to vehicle, That one's vehicle to train. The large one does both, and we'll go and have a look at that in just a moment. Obviously, I haven't got train tracks here, so I can't show you that one, but I can show you the other one in just a moment. So what we can do with this one with the cover, we can open our cover up. And the reason I had so much trouble, and people will list countless maps because if they're playing on them, it's obvious, but with so many maps available and so many map tours I've done, the standard in-game maps, the Giants maps, don't allow you to buy the plots of land that have the train tracks on. You can get close, but not close enough. So I was trying to find a map that had a railway, had train tracks, that you could buy the land and you could actually place these. That's going to be the trick to this. If you don't play maps with trains, you can still use them as silos, depending on which ones you use. So that one's gone all the way in. So if you were a train chugging along, and the tracks were coming along right next to here, you can come along and you can collect from the train. Or, yeah. If you're doing it by vehicle, I can just come alongside, start filling. So these are the various different things it will take. We've got barley in there. So as you can see, transfer station works perfectly. With or without train, this one's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap over to one. When I say I've set up, you'll see what I mean. So I have the train. Now, I can buy the land. I did buy the land. Placing this where it was, you could see it in the sunlight, but also be able to utilise it. I'll show you a couple in a minute that didn't quite work out. So this is the large one. This one has got the grate, and as you can see, it wouldn't let me landscape the ground here. So once I placed it, I was in a bit of trouble, but it doesn't matter. It will still open. So you can put in here and transfer from here into the train, which I've done already. So the train car has got it in. But you can also go from the train car, you can tip into it, and then taking out is done here. So this one, you can go both ways. The other ones, it's one way or the other. This one, the large one, you can go both ways. This one is 50 grand. You'll see why I end up putting it here. If I go along the tracks here, you've got the sell point here, which is on the map already. And I thought, brilliant stuff. The railway track runs past here. Absolutely wonderful. So I placed this one here. Landscaped it all. Very nice indeed. Look, I almost got it lined up perfectly. I was out by a fraction. But if you play on a controller, you'll know how difficult it is to line these up. I tried the snap thing, and but I was almost there. And it works. It looks brilliant. Works perfectly. It's in. And then I got the train. The train runs through on this track, not this one. So as far as showing you how it works, that wasn't going to work. So anyway, we're back to here, but that's all right. So what we'll do, we'll hop in the train, we'll unload into the silo, and then we'll take out from the lorry, just so you can see it working and doing its thing. So, hop in there. So we are currently in the train. We should have... Switch to there, there we go. Start overloading potatoes. There we go. So they're going from the train, out the bottom, into the silo. Done. So the silo should be holding them now, and I should be able to take them out from here. He says. Please work. I think it's just a silo set up in its own right. It's pretty cool. There you go. So, potatoes, where are we? So we've done from the train to the lorry, stop there. If I go back over the grill, just so you can see, we go from the lorry back to the train. Or actually into the silo, should I say. So we're into the silo. We go back to the train. Now start filling. So we're going from the silo to the train. Both ways, and it works. Like I say, it's not the most elegant of layouts I've put it on. Depends what map you're on, depends what train track you're on, but it works, and it works really well. So there you go. That's the Transfer Stations pack by LSMT FalPos. Moving on. We've got these three. These are all by MP Agro. We've got the MP Agro Taurus 12,000. 11.11 megabytes download, 9 slots on console. This will hold 12,000 litres of lime or fertiliser. It will spread fertiliser at 36 metres. It will spread lime at 12. Nicely made, nicely detailed. Good looking mod. Then we've got the MP Agro Taurus Robust 30.000. 30,000 litre capacity. 10.07 megabytes download. 10 slots on console. That one will run at 11 miles an hour. This one will run at 11 miles an hour. So 30,000 litres. Same thing again, lime or solid fertiliser. Solid fertiliser at 36 metres, lime at 12. I think I've gone for lime, solid fertiliser, lime. And then we've got the MP Agro Taurus Truck. I think that's right. 8.4 megabytes download, 8 slots on console. And this will run at 15 miles per hour. Another 30,000 litre, but this one attaches to a selection of trucks. Let me just start the engine and I'll detach that. Forward just a little bit so you can see it. So that's how it comes. Now, as you saw, hooked up, it overhangs by quite a lot. And on the description, it does say on the list of vehicles, yeah, the MP Agro Taurus truck. It says long chassis compatibilities. Mac Superliner X, Mac TGS, MAN TGS 18 6x6, MAN TGS Tank Pack, Lizard Streamline E 114G and 124G, Tatra Phoenix 6x6 and the TLX 9000 series. Now I've got the Tatra Phoenix 6x6 and I've got the MAN TGS 18 6x6. Regular truck, lorry with a fifth wheel, but these are fairly short. This one, and could have been a tyre choice, with that on the back, it overhung by quite a bit. I couldn't steer. It wouldn't steer because there was too much weight over the back axle. This one's close, so if you are going to go for these, you're going to need to look for, or go for one with the longer extensions. The TLX 9000, I mean, these are all compatible. It will work, but for it to look a little bit better and to sit a little bit better, you want a longer chassis on it. That's basically what I'm going to say. You'll find all three of these under tools and fertilizer spreaders. So the Taurus 12,000 is 28 grand. Stock count comes down to 1. Options on this: we've got fixed directional axis, moving directional axis. So the axle on this stays fixed, or moving and it pivots, so it gives you a much tighter turning circle. We've got cover 1 or cover 2, and then we can change the rim colour to black. Then we've got the Taurus Robust 30,000. That's 39 grand for 30,000. That's not too bad. 165 horsepower required on that one. What was that one requiring? Didn't say. 165 horsepower. Options on this: we've got standard or common low axle. Then we've got high axle wides. So those are options on our tyres, and the license plate option on there. And then the Taurus truck, 37 grand for 30,000 litres, because you're going to need a vehicle to go with it. No options on that, you get it just like that. So we'll start off with the smaller one. Start it up. Now we do have some options on this, in that under L1 and R1 and left stick side to side. Let's swing around so we can see it in the light a little bit better. See the turning axle, how tight that will turn. Pretty cool. Swing around a little bit tighter. So L1, R1 and left stick side to side, folds the ladder away. That's our first option. And then the L1 and right stick side to side, we can bring the track width. When I say track width, I don't mean it's got tracks, just the actual width of the wheelbase can be adjusted in or out. For steeper terrain, more stability. I'm going to put the ladder back up actually. Let's do that. Cover open. I went for that cover, but there's the other one as well. So this has got lime in it, and it should spread this to 12 metres. There we go. Does the job. 12,000 litres, 12 metre or 36 metre, depending on what you're spreading. So if we move on to the Taurus Robust 30,000, I think I went for the high axle on this one. This one does have a ladder as well. Nice animation on that. I think that's the only option that one's got, so I'll put that away. I have got fertilizer in this. This should spread to 36 meters. Now, as you can see, there's no options up on the top left under help window for adjusting that width. It's 36 or 12 on whichever one you can do. You can't go from 36 down. It's just 36. So we'll turn it on. And of course, because I'm on a map I don't usually use, the field doesn't need any fertilizer, does it? But anyway, you can see it's going out to 36 meters, much wider than it was doing for the liming. And I'm going uphill as well, so it's struggling a little bit. But animation of the fertilizer coming out the back onto the spinning discs, and off it goes. So, the truck version then. This one will run a bit faster. The first two will run at 11 miles an hour. This one at 15. Obviously, we're going uphill, so that might be a little bit trickier. If I back this in, there we go, and cook it up. So I've got a lime in this one as well, so this will only go to 12 meters. Because the weight's over the back axle, this one is turning way, way better. The other one, the MAN, it really didn't like it at all. Let's get going a little bit. Turn it on. Although, we are going uphill, but 11, so we'll go. It does say this will run at 15. Could be a typo. Let's just make sure. Let's go down the hill, come back the other way. Oh, there we go. It's just because we were going uphill. Yeah, 30,000 litres, attaches to a truck, whatever truck you happen to have, that meets the criteria. It does work on that one. Like I say, it just overhangs by quite a long way on the back, but it's good this one does steer. And that's it. That's it for the mods on Tuesday the 20th of December. Giants did release some information regarding Holiday. It wasn't complicated as such. I would say, not that it wasn't clear, that's the wrong way of putting it, but it did say about who's going to be around and when, kind of. I'll read out what they said, and you can be the judge, just in case you haven't seen it or you weren't aware. It says, "Dear Farming Simulator friends, the Giants team is off for the holidays and wish you a great time. 'Tis the season to be jolly as the song goes, and an exciting year comes to an end. We released several updates for Farming Simulator 22, completed the 4th season of the Farming Simulator League, and recently announced the Year 2 season pass. Now it's time to take a break, relax, and join our families for Christmas. This also means that during the holidays, support will be limited for a few days. For details, see here." So I'm just going to click on that. Right, it says, "As mentioned above, during the holidays, our teams, including support and mod testers, will take a couple of days off to enjoy a proper and relaxing Christmas break." When they say a couple of days, from Saturday the 24th of December until the 2nd of January, our support team will only be able to support key activation requests, so you can't contact them for help and support for anything else. So that's talking about the support team. Then it goes on to say about emails. Then it says our mod testers will also be off for a couple of days, and will resume testing and uploading new mods after the 9th of January. So, because the initial thing said we're off on a holiday, like now, that was posted on the 20th, I assumed there wouldn't be any more mods. And then it goes on to say about the 24th, which I thought was the support team, and then it says there'll be no mods tested until the 9th of January. Emails will be started to be answered again as of the 2nd of January, but yeah, they will resume testing and uploading new mods after the 9th. When they're going to stop, I'm not sure. I thought it was going to be yesterday as of the post, so we'll keep going. 21st, 22nd, 23rd will be Friday. We don't normally get mods on the weekend anyway, so potentially next few days we might get some, or we might not. If they appear, we'll do them. If not, it might not be through till the 9th, so if you can hold on that long. But anyway, I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.